Good day today, right? Have a good one, all right?
I had been a teacher, I had been a principal, and it was wonderful to work directly with my students who came to school every day, who grew, and I was able to build wonderful relationships with. But there was always that group of students that fell off or that we lost contact with. I was always wondering, what happens to that group of students?
Good to see you today, man. How you doing, sir? You good?
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to understand what our young people in particular needed so that they could come back to school, so they could be part of a learning community, so they could experience success and joy in the same way that their peers had. And that's what brought me to Maya, and I've been here ever since.
Come to school. Come with the intent to learn. Come with the knowledge that you are already teaching and you're learning. Welcome to school. Welcome to the day, to the morning, and to the evening. Welcome, teachers and students.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Whew. The mural's bigger than the whole school the first year.
This is about 1995. The city was still really incredibly segregated, even more so than it is today. There were really large pockets of really isolated, poor, particularly African-American kids who really didn't have good opportunities. The alternative schools were really throwaway schools, and kids were getting locked up. Something really different had to happen.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You know, when I was a public defender, the schools were failing the kids that I was representing, and I realized at that time I needed to do something different. I needed to try to create something that would provide the young people that I was working with a true opportunity to transform their lives and remake their futures.
All right.
In the fall of 1997, we opened up. We worked out of a small little 3-story townhouse over on 6th and M Street. We had about 20 kids. We were on 3 floors. We went to school from 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner together.
In the math room, I need Mike and Phil.
When we first opened our doors, we had no idea if this was gonna work. But early on, we had 20 kids, we had 4 teachers, David and myself running the program and also teaching some classes. See, this shows me that you're thinking, because you used another assignment that we got like 3 weeks ago as an example in this assignment. So that was really good.
I'm trying. It's hard work, being educated, I'm telling you.
They were all kids that had been in the criminal system, or many of them were still in the juvenile or the criminal system. And they started doing the things you would expect to see in school, you know, showing up, taking classes, studying their math, and taking math exams.
We knew these things called charter schools existed. We weren't really pro-charter, anti-charter. We were pro-kids. Applications were due on a Monday of the first year. We started working on our application on Friday, worked through the weekend, turned it in, and a couple months later got notice that we could become a charter starting the next fall. We then had a school naming contest, and Cher T. Hendricks, who was a student at the time, wrote an incredible speech about why the school should be named after Maya Angelou. It stuck, and we became the Maya Angelou Public Charter School.
But talk to me. B squared. What did you do in the second box?
Can I just do plus negative 5b?
Can you just put minus 5b there? In the box? Okay, thank you. Okay. Bravo.
Negative 5b times 1 is negative 5b. And 4 times 1 is 4.
Bravo. And what do you do next?
Combine like
Okay, so go explain.
I got 2b cubed
Yes.
minus 9b squared
Okay.
plus 3b plus 4.
Why? Because b squared minus 10b squared is how much?
Or negative.
Negative. Bravo. Okay, thank you.
The young people that we were working with craved somebody saying, you can be great. Here's all the things that you're gonna have to do, but we're gonna be there every step of the way with you, supporting you, watching you, nurturing you, encouraging you, holding your hand, hugging you, loving you. And that message started to take. We were talking about this with Samantha. I asked Samantha, well, what would she say to somebody to change their mind? So we started to see kids who had not been in school for years coming to school every day. And that's when we started to know early in that first month that we were onto something.
So I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., and I went to high school here at my Angelou. I like to call it my Maya family because to this day, I'm still very connected with the staff. Developing those relationships was really instrumental and pivotal for me just being in this seat right now and kind of like where I am in my life. They really supported me and they believed in me and, they were able to see the greatness in me before I was able to see it in myself.
Our approach to service, and more specifically wraparound services, is universal across all of our campuses and is what really sets Maya apart from other schools.
So it's 2 weeks left before the quarter ends.
Oh.
You think you'll be able to meet that mark?
Yes.
Yes? Anything I need to do to step in? Do you need like a tutor or any extra support in any area?
As of right now, no.
No?
No, I feel like my biggest struggle will be Miss Fraser class, but I'll get it eventually.
Okay.
Every scholar who's enrolled at a Maya school has support from a clinical counselor or a social worker. Every scholar has some type of student support specialist, student advocate, who for all intents and purposes is a life coach and is with scholars every step of the way.
I love the way that Maya takes this holistic, whole person approach when they're working.
All students who are enrolled, they meet with one of our social workers and there's a full psychosocial intake that's completed. We use that intake to drive a lot of the interventions for all of the students and the families that we work with.
Depending on which campus you're at, there's residential support, there's support for all of our exceptional learners, our students with disabilities. There's some type of career and technical education or post-secondary support.
We really try to work with our students deliberately and intentionally around what are some of the challenges that we know we can address in the short term, what are some of the longer processes that have to happen and longer supports that have to be in place so that we can meet the students where they are.
So from the minute they set foot in the door with us all the way through graduation, and oftentimes past graduation, that team of adults is with them to make sure that they succeed.
I will be starting a new position with DC Department of Behavioral Health as a school-based clinician. Just giving those kids that unconditional love and support and encouragement that I receive from the staff here at Maya. I would definitely like to be able to pay it forward.
I wanted to start my Angelou school because I was sitting in rooms out at Oak Hill with young people who were really being brutalized by a facility and a school that was so bad, that was offering so little education, that was so unsafe, the young people that I was working with were afraid to go.
Oak Hill was just a grotesque, inhumane place that was widely considered one of the most violent, horrific youth facilities in the country. So DYRS put out an RFP, we applied, and were selected to operate the school out there, and now it's the My Angelou Academy at New Beginnings.
What's up? What's going on? How you doing?
Nervous, y'all.
Nervous. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Beautiful. Looking good.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Oh,
welcome to mine. Look, you're not going through the Saudi port. Coming through the front door.
Exactly. Yes.
The kind of world that I want to create wouldn't have those places. But as long as such places exist, it is crucial that the young people are provided the best possible, highest quality education.
This right here is one of my role models. I met her back in 2013 when I first got arrested.
13, 12?
13, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, 13 about to be 14.
Her first treatment manager?
Yes.
And I've actually been like her second mother ever since then.
Yes. This is my second mom.
That's right.
If you help them learn the things they need to succeed when they get out, they're going to be less likely to ever return. And so the very act of providing that education is both soul affirming to them right now, today, as they sit in that classroom in front of a teacher who cares about them. But it also provides benefits to them and to the city and to the community and to the country over the course of the rest of their lifetime, because they might not ever go back. And that is ultimately our goal.
You remember this?
Yeah. Where we spoke at the Columbia Heights. Please don't zoom in on that. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Yes, I was the host for the 2017 graduation. Yeah, I remember that. I started out in 2013. I was in and out of YC. Eventually, I ended up getting committed, so they ended up bringing me here. It was rough, it was cool, it was everything. I learned a lot, I grew a lot. Whew. How y'all doing today?
How does it feel to be back in my pyramid? Like, how does it feel?
It feels great. Just to see the old paintings and the old classrooms I was in, it feels great.
We love second, third, fourth, sometimes fifth chances. And my favorite thing that is sort of a common theme when you talk to scholars across any of our campuses, I'll say to a scholar, I remember when I met you, and you weren't sure about, restarting this journey again. You weren't sure about your future goals or what you wanted. And they'll cut me off and they'll say, no, that was the old me. Today I'm the new me.
I know a lot of them proud of me because when I first got here, I was a whole different person. But when I came here, I felt more at home. I felt more loved only because I knew a lot of staff and they've been through what I've been through. They understood me. They ain't judged me from what I was doing, my mistakes or anything.
It's a space that allows the emotional support, psychological support, the support when it comes to their physical health and wellness, and that respects your voice. When you kind of combine all of those factors, which are part of an approach that we call the Maya Way, that gives our young people room to restart their journey.
I seen people caring more than I did, so that made me want to care. It made me want to do more. It's like once you want change and you want better, you want to have a better life, you got to make sure your mindset is where your heart is. So once your mindset where your heart is, then you can start following them footsteps and being a better you. So, yeah, that's basically it. I had to go above and beyond to show them that I can do it. I ain't gonna give up. I ain't gonna drop out. Me having them people in my corner pushing me, come on, you got this, you gonna graduate. It's all right, like, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have them times where you wanna give up, but it's only up to you to keep going.
To say that Maya Angelou is filling a gap would be a gross understatement. They are the only provider who says that we will go to the places that no one else will go to, that we will leave no student behind, regardless of their circumstances, regardless of any trouble they may have encountered in their life. Maya is willing to stand beside them and stand beside their loved ones, and I think that that is remarkable.
Before we officially became a school and we were just kind of the pizza shop, and David and James were putting things together to turn it into this beautiful education environment that we have now, they recognized that these students they were serving and working with did not always have a place to go at the end of the evenings. You would find students hiding and trying to spend the night. You would find staff members dealing with the fact that kids had nowhere to go, so they would either take them home or try to find somewhere for them to go.
So about halfway through that first year, we rented an apartment, and one of our teachers moved in, and a couple students moved into that apartment. And that was the beginning of what now we have 5 or 6 houses around the city where we have kids live and provide them support.
Well, I was trying to make a taco. You don't need that much meat on a taco, bro. You got chicken and beef. Got combo.
So the need actually came from the physical need of housing for our students.
I like fish tacos.
We house up to 5 students in each one with 1 counselor, so the ratio was 5 to 1.
I thought you said you wasn't really gonna eat yours. I wasn't. What happened to it?
James took it.
And not only do we offer the housing, but we make sure that all of their needs are met, the resources are available, academics are taken care of, they are supported fully.
All right, this is our affirmation wall. It's the list of things we can say to ourselves to make ourselves feel better every time we wake up. So I got, I am innovative. My friends would never bring up Maya. It wasn't even on the papers. So I'm like, I don't even know what Maya is. I don't know what it's about. Never heard nothing about it. This was a choice my mother picked, but her choice was good. I am valuable, which means I'm worth something. I know my values, I know what I am. I live in Resi from Monday through Friday. Being in a house with new people is not something easy to do, but we started connecting with our peers that was in the house and communicated, and we started fun activities, and we started to grow. Resi was the program that helped us with our work, and in return for our passing, we would do fun activities and stuff like that. It would keep us engaged in school.
Staff that works in the program are just dynamic. They really believe they are their parents to a certain extent. So they go above and beyond to make sure the kids are successful. The students know that they are loved. We often refer to the Maya family, but the Resi family is something to me that's like really, really, really special.
The teachers are nice. They relate to situations that we also have gone through. They help. They're comforting. It's so easy to talk to teachers in the school and they'll understand.
The success of a student here impacts the decisions that they make in the community. That puts Maya squarely at the intersection of public education and public safety, of juvenile justice. I think that's a really unique place to be in. And the more efficacy that we experience with our scholars, the more likely they are not to reoffend. In that way, they then go into our communities here or even beyond DC to contribute their gifts and their talents. We want scholars to be their authentic selves and to find their voice and to be able to advocate for themselves.
It's not just the academics that build you. It's the relationships you build in here and the connections you have with the teachers and the students, and it's the life lessons you learn. There's this life lesson in my house that goes, stay ready so you never have to get ready. You already prepared so you don't have to get prepared.
I don't know what my life would have been if I would have went to the local public high school. Maya really changed my life and the trajectory of my life. I just hope that Maya is able to continue to go on for another 25 years and just to continue to impact students in the way that it has impacted me.
I'm glad at the experience I did have, because it's a testimony that I can share forever. And it's still gonna go on and on and on, because I'm still growing.
People said that you could not come together to create an environment where people who were far behind in school or who had been incarcerated, you could not come together to create an environment where those kids could consistently succeed and grow and thrive and go on to careers or go on to college. It couldn't be done. You were wasting your money. You were wasting your time. Coming back after 25 years, 25 years of results, of showing you what can be done if we decide that we are going to collectively commit to doing it. And now the burden is on the rest of us to say, it's not easy, but it can be done, and it's worth it. So now let's do it. Let's do it everywhere.
They call Maya the alternative. Hopefully one day there won't be a need for this alternative approach. Everyone will realize that young people need love. They need those coordinated and coherent wraparound supports. They need a safe space, and they need to be heard in order for them to decide to tap into the gifts that lie within and the potential that lies within. That's the Maya way in some, but we're hoping that others continue to catch on to that as well.
Maya has always been a leader and a champion for this transformative approach and a real shot at a young person's full potential. And my hope is that everyone, from public officials to private investors to the broader community of Washington, D.C., fully invests in the potential of Maya Angelou so that it can deliver on that promise.
Young men and women need to be told in no indifferent terms, you are loved. Somebody cares for you. Somebody cares how you get along now and how you will get along in the future.
When I first came here, I was a troubled child. Like, I didn't have no good grades, no nothing. Me being in the residential program, they helped me work my way back up to my actual grade. They helped me with my attitude. They helped me with my patience. I'm a changed person now. They helped me change my ways and stuff. Like, I make honor roll every quarter now because of the school, and I'm just grateful that I had a chance to be here.
I feel like Maya Angelou helped me a lot because I've been through a lot. And Maya Angelou really helped me ease my mind off of the things that I go through at home. Like, you could go to somebody that you could, like, express your feelings to. Well, somebody, like, you trust. It's like another home.